Hey everybody, Edo here, and this is Village by Inka and Markus Brand, published by TMG. This was a Kinderspiel des Jahres in 2012, and this game has been sitting on my shelf for years. For years, it's just been sitting over there saying, play me, play me. Someone recommended it, never got around to it. Recently, I've been able to play, and I have to say, this game is fantastic. Surprise, surprise! The game that you have had on your shelf for so long without playing is one of your favorites. This game is centered around a village. This is the village. And this is a very straightforward worker placement game. You've got a variety of regions to place your workers in. And each one sort of is a different engine, and you're working towards different strategies, whether it's travel, selling, during the market phase, building stuff, being in the bureaucracy or the government, being in the church, that kind of thing. There's two unique, fantastic things, standout things about this game. So the first is, all of your meeples have a number, and actually it uses the see-through numbering. You have to sticker them, but it's really neat. You can barely tell that it was a sticker. But basically, you have meeples at different generations. You have generation 1, 2, 3, 4, and as you play, people die. This is the game where your workers, your meeples, die. And they either die and become part of the Village Chronicle over here, or they die and get put into unmarked graves. But basically, since your meeples, and you can grow your family and move through the generations, but since all that happens, there's this fantastic dynamic where you're putting, I didn't take everything out because of the space, but there are resource cubes at each worker placement location, and whenever you want to do something in that location, you take a cube. And what happens is, what that allows for is that workers stay on the board. That's what's really unique about this game, is you place a worker, you're not pulling them up every round, they stay and they work. You make this guy or gal the guy who raises oxen and horses. You got to train him to do that, and then that's his job for his life until he dies and goes in. And so it's this just great mixture of planning, worker placement, feel, and knock out and push out, all those things, but with this sort of layered play where you're also thinking about their age and how long are they going to last, and inspiring your family through generations and generations. Each player has a little player board. I can pull it out here that is used sort of as your personal farm, and the way it works is there's you keep your wheat here, and there's a couple things, but more importantly it's this time track. Every time this time track goes around, your marker goes around, and all the different actions take time. Every time it cycles, somebody's got to die. And you have to pick somebody of your oldest generation to die. And it really works. It's smart, it's layered, it's a little complex, right? This is worker placement next, but the way it works is fantastic. I know there's a number of expansions. I haven't played them, I just played this, but I can certainly recommend this game. It's not Agricola, right? And not that they're similar. You're going to have to sit down and work through a rule book, right? This is, play this after you've played a few others, but for sure, this is a solid, interesting, dynamic game that I look forward to playing again and again, and will stay on this shelf. So this is Village. Check it out. Thanks.